Welcome to Acrylic Landscape Painting for Beginners. I will first show you a little bit about the design and composition, and then I will show you a little bit about how this piece is created. Let's get started. It's good to have either a dominant light or a dominant dark in your landscapes. In this particular example, it's going to be a dominant dark. To lead the eye into the painting, there's a subtle path that starts on the bottom right-hand side. That leads you into a very high contrast, which will be on the land. It's also surrounded by a dark mass. And then of course you have the very light contrast in the sky. So that's the gist of this composition. And now let's get into the painting. Since I'm working with a dominant dark composition, I thought it would be a good idea to tone the paper orange. As you watch this video, know this is a condensed version of the original tutorial. If you would like to learn more about that, you can check out Easy Acrylic Landscape Paintings. Then I also have Landscape Painting Fundamentals 1 and 2. At this stage, the orange is dry, and I'll use a small flat to lay in the contours. I'm only going to include the important shapes, which is generally the horizon line, the lead-in, which is the path, and then the distant hills. I'll begin the sky by adding the lighter value. This is a cool gray, so you can mix that with a little bit of ultramarine blue and plenty of titanium white. That cool blue will contrast nicely to the warm strip of white that runs along the horizon, which is mixed with titanium white and just a little bit of yellow ochre. The majority of the ground plane will be a fairly dark and saturated value. But to contrast that, and just to give it a little bit of life, I'm going to add a few spots of really lime green. The green is mostly viridian, mixed with a little bit of yellow ochre and a touch of orange. Note how I'm leaving a few little specks of the orange. That gives the painting harmony. So having a few of those little specks in the sky, the ground, the horizon, etc. will create unity. Now it's time to do the sky. That's going to be a warm gray. I used a little bit of bone black, some ultramarine, and then added a little bit of orange to that. This is a dominant shape, so whenever you mix your paint, just make sure you mix enough to cover the area. Note too how I'm leaving little specks here and there of the orange. So the initial block in is now complete. I allowed everything to dry 100%. If you are new to acrylic painting, which if you're watching this video, I have to assume you are, then know that acrylics are going to dry a little bit darker. So that's why when you're seeing it now, the sky, the ground, everything looks a little more saturated and a little bit darker. I'm using a little bit of bone black and a touch of the gray. I'm adding the distant trees, and then I'm using some lighter grays to add the bushes and shrubs on the right-hand side. By changing the value of those darks just a little bit, it adds a little more variety to the painting. If everything is really, really dark, then oftentimes the painting becomes a little bit too heavy. Now I'm adding the path. So again, this is a very, very subtle path. It's not very wide, but it's just enough to sort of lead you into the painting. I'm going to go back into the sky, touch up a few areas, a few edges, and anywhere that I feel the color is flat. So what I mean by that, if I have too much of the same color, I'm going to just add a little bit different hue there. Again, just to sort of break up the monotony and to give it a little bit of color vibration. I'll do the same thing to the ground plane, just adding a few specks, a few brush strokes here and there, and then the painting will come to a completed stage. I hope that you were able to take away a few tips for painting landscapes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.